Thank you, Mr Speaker. I am actually very pleased to have the chance to take a call on the Taxation Income Sharing Tax Credit Bill. And let me say at the outset, sir, that the bill and the concept that it puts before the House is one that I both have a great deal of interest in and a number of significant concerns about. And equally, sir, it's fair to say that it's an issue that does generate a lot of public debate and interest. Actually, when the press release came out from the Minister about the introduction of this bill, or the upcoming introduction of the bill, I was actually involved at a function all day and had missed the announcement. And the thing that brought it to my attention was actually a steady stream of people coming up to me through the rest of that day and the next morning wanting to talk to me about it and express their views, which were pretty passionately held on both sides of the debate. So clearly it is one that is going to generate a lot of interest. And I certainly can see a lot of merit in having a select committee look at this and get the issues out there and debate them. It's, as the House knows, it's part of National's Supply and Confidence Agreement with United Future that we would work with them in respect of this bill and certainly support it through to select committee. And I'm very pleased to do that because, as I said, sir, I think it is an important issue. The matters that it traverses and touches upon are fundamental, as Minister Dunn has said in his opening remarks. There can be nothing more important in our society than both the raising of children and the supporting of families in doing that. And so if I run through the sort of the two halves of the debate as I see them and the issues that are impacting on me, certainly on the positive side, it does appeal to me that we would be able to encourage families to set up their child-caring arrangements in the way that best suit them. And I've often been a believer that there is no one-size-fits-all when it comes to how you should raise your children and how parents should work. And certainly, sir, if parents wish to have one of them staying at home full-time to raise the child, and it was simply financial matters that were not enabling that to happen, then obviously it would be wonderful to be able to give them that opportunity. And, I know that, to have two parents going out working 20 hours a week each, rather than one working 40, would certainly be financially more valuable to the family. But that has a cost too, sir, in consistency and time together, and there is nothing more difficult than raising children, particularly in the very early stages of parenting. And frankly, I know when I went back to work as a young parent, it was pretty much for a rest. Working as a lawyer was considerably easier than being home with a young child. But if that is the best thing we can do for our families and our children, then obviously I think every member of this House would want to support families in doing that as far as they can do so. So, sir, there are some really strong drivers within me that want to support the concepts in the bill. But on the flip side, can I say that I do have concerns, and those have been predominantly picked up by the Attorney-General in his Section 7 report, about the position that the bill leaves sole parents in. And there is concern, and the Attorney-General's report talks about it being discriminatory against sole parents. And the negative comment I've heard from those in my communities is largely around that issue. Does it unfairly place sole parents at a disadvantage to married parents? Are parents going to be encouraged to stay together in a marriage they might not have stayed in for that ability? Who knows? These are certainly issues that we need to look at, and the fact that the Attorney-General was so concerned by that issue to issue a Section 7 report is something that I don't think we can take lightly. And the other factor, and the previous member who spoke touched on it, that we do need to be very mindful of is that we're all very aware of the difficult and strained financial times we are in, and a proposal such as this does have a significant fiscal impact. Now, you would never, in a perfect world, you would never have to worry about these things, but the fact is we do. And we have to be very mindful as a government to consider the fiscal cost of the proposal. So, sir, as I said in my introductory words, I do have a lot of interest in the proposal. I do see merit in it, but equally I have a number of significant concerns. For my part, and as a member of the Finance and Expenditure Committee that the House has so moved to send it to that committee should it pass its first reading, I'm going to be incredibly interested to go through that process of public submission and debate on the proposals, and I will do so very much with an open mind. And for that reason, sir, I'm very pleased to support the bill in its first